Fuck it. Say fuck it, I'm going in. Look like you're snowing me. This niggas, I'm throwing money. They think that it's fucking funny, but I'm getting money. I'm getting money. I only live one way, that's Monday through Sunday. See me on the highway, they calling me the fly J. Then they see me passing by, now they call me the fly J. See me when I drive up, they calling me the driveway. And I got a flame, man, this Texas is the driveway. Damn, I'ma do my thing, and I'ma smoke the good. They calling me Moses every time they see me on burn a push, burn a push, burn a push.
What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. The first show of 2024, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning into the show. If you like the show, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. All that good stuff. We got a new member. We got a few new members in here as well, man. Let's join the family. Matthew Jones in here, Ruben Rodriguez. He's always been a member. I guess he just signed. See what I'm saying? And Raw Dollars as well, my guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's get this cash, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's get straight to it. Only got one game that I'm liking. I'll talk about all the other ones, but I don't have a play on them. That's for sure, my guys. So one game, and it is the first game, my guys. And it is the first game. And let's get straight to it here. Let's go over to the streets of New York in this one, man. We dropping the ball. You see what I'm saying? Knicks plus 1.5 at the house versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now the Knicks, I can't say that this is a revenge spot for the Knicks. They did lose earlier this year in Minnesota. The Timberwolves are a top tier team. I'll tell you that right now, but they're due to drop some games. They're sitting at 24-7. They're sitting at number 1 in the Western Conference. I'll let you know right now, the Wolves are some ballers, but they're not the number 1 team in the Western Conference. They're due to drop some games, and I think it's going to come here, my guys. I am on the Knicks plus the 1.5 today. I'm not howling with the Wolves today, my guys. Wolves are the better team. They definitely have the better defense, and I can't say first of all, guys, if I'm on the play, it's not a lock. I'm letting you know that. It's like people are starting to get crazy. They're starting to act like every single play they're supposed to go and put their life savings on. I know that we've been hot, but every play is not going to hit. Nobody's going to go 100%. So that's why you always manage your bankroll. It's always really important to manage your bankroll, guys. Nobody's going to hit every single play. So the people out there, it's like, oh, I need a lock, or I need a winner, or oh, this game killed me. You're betting too much money. It's that simple, my guys. You should always have enough to live to the next day. So I'm on the Knicks. It's not an absolute lock. I'm going with my gut. I'm trusting I'm noticing the patterns, trusting my instincts, trusting myself. Staying calculated and making calculated decisions. I won't have any regrets here. This is a spot where I think the Knicks come out here in the first half and full game, get the job done. I know it's not the best with they have new players over there and having to figure things out, but I think they got to upgrade in the team. I wasn't a big fan of RJ Barrett. I think that he was just messing up the chemistry of the team, man. Especially when he's out there clanking them shots. So they're going to miss quickly off the bench. I'll tell you that. But at least they got McBride. At least they can have DiVincenzo or possibly Josh Hart that can run the point guard off the bench, my guys. But this one's all about their guards. DiVincenzo, Jalen Brunson. It's all about the guards. Wolves have the advantage down low. You can kind of say with Karl-Anthony Towns, but Randall, he can possibly stay with Karl-Anthony Towns. But this game is like you got to keep Rudy Gobert off the offensive boards, and you got to make sure he's not dominating the paint as far as like the Knicks being scared to go in there. So if we get a couple early fouls on Rudy Gobert, that's going to be really good because that'll take him out of the game. The Timberwolves have been absolutely hot. They've won 4 of their last 5, but they're only 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games. In my opinion, I think that they're teetering on the loss in this game, my guys. They should have lost versus the LA Lakers on Saturday, but they didn't. They end up winning that game. This is the game that they drop, in my opinion, and they're also not nearly as good on the road. They're 14-1 at the house. They're 10-6 straight up on the road, but it's only 7-9 against the spread. They're also only 1-5 against the spread in the first half in their last 6 road games. So if you're going to find a vulnerable spot for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's going to be on the road. Usually they get they have a slow start as well. Like I say, 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 in the first half on the road, and this will be their earliest game of the season. This will be the earliest start time that the Wolves have played all season, my guys. I think the Knicks come out here with emphasis. Like I said, it's not the best that they're throwing a new starter out there, and they don't have quickly coming off the bench, but this is a spot that I want to fade the Wolves, and I think they dropped this game. I think they're due for a loss. They're teetering on a loss, and I think it comes here. Knicks coming off a 3-game road trip, but they lost every single game. So they can't wait to get back to the house. You see what I'm saying? I think the Knicks win this game with emphasis. It looks pretty easy to take the Wolves, and it could be that easy, guys. So go with your gut. Whatever you're liking here, you don't have to listen to me. I'm just going with my gut, and it tells me that the Wolves are due to drop one, and this is the game right here. They were supposed to lose versus the Lakers. This one's the loss right here. I'll put a half unit on the same thing what I did Christmas Day. I'm going to put a half on Knicks in the first half plus a 1, and then I'm gonna put half on Knicks full game plus the 1.5. My guys, it's the only game that I'm liking today. I know people in the chat don't like it. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, you also don't know who's gonna be hungover today as well, guys. I'll tell you straight up. You do not know who fucking partied last night. I didn't even really want to make a play on today's games. You see what I'm saying? But it's Monday, and I'm definitely going live Monday through Friday. So I'm gonna make some small plays on this game. Nothing's guaranteed. We don't know who the hell went and partied and who got drunk and shit last night. You see what I'm saying? You never know. So I'm letting y'all know that for today's games, you don't know who went and partied and shit last night. So if somebody come out with an absolute clunker, don't be surprised. See what I'm saying? But I will go with the Knicks in this game. Give me the Knicks in the first half plus a 1. Knicks full game plus 1.5. Just trusting my gut. It's not really a bet on the Knicks. It's a fade of the Minnesota Timberwolves playing their earliest game of the season, teetering on a loss. And it's also a buy on the Knicks. Revenge spot, coming off a 3-game losing streak. Need to get some new energy, some positive energy going. I believe getting rid of RJ Barrett might just do that, my guys. But they're going to miss quickly. I'll tell you straight up. But I still think the Knicks have the tools to get this job done. They got to come out here and play some top tier defense, obviously, versus Anthony Edwards, an MVP candidate. So that's the game that I'm liking. I'll go through all the other games, and I have some leans on other games, but this is my play of the day. Knicks first half, Knicks full game for me, my guys. Knicks take. You know what? Let me pull my motherfucking pants up just a little bit, my guys. Let's go over to the streets of Toronto here. Raptors land 3. Now, this is a fishy line right here. Honestly, I would really monitor if RJ Barrett and Quickly are going to play for the Raptors. I'll tell you straight up, if they don't, I'll be all over the Cavs in this spot. The Raptors are not a great team. I know that they got a new little sense of energy. I know that RJ Barrett is going to be super happy to play over there, but it still shows me that we're still uncertain if they're going to play today. You know what I'm saying? We know the players with these new teams, they probably only got in one practice, just shoot around with them. But be interested to see if they throw RJ Barrett in the starting lineup over there. I'm pretty sure they'll have to, but I'm not looking towards the Raptors. This is still a bad team in my opinion. They've only won 3 games of their last 10 games. I don't like the way they're coached. They already don't have a great half-court offense, guys. I'll tell you this right now. The Cavs, they're coming off a loss, which we know star player back in the lineup theory. Once Donovan Mitchell came back in the game, he really messed everything up for the Cavs. They were playing some top-tier basketball, had went 5-1 straight up and against the spread in their last 6 games. So Mitchell finally came back, shook the rust off. Now this is the second game. They're going up against the Raptors here. The Cavs are light years better than the Raptors, in my opinion. Honestly, I don't even think they should be the underdog in this game, but sometimes when a line doesn't make sense to me, I usually just stay off the game because the odds makers, they don't make mistakes. Like I say, if Quickly and RJ Barrett in playing here, I can understand why the Raptors are the favorite. If they're not, I'll be taking the Cavs plus the points and on the money line. I'll tell you that straight up. So that's something I'm going to be monitoring. This game doesn't start until later today, 5 my time. So it's a 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I got plenty of time to decide on what I'm going to do with this game. See what I'm saying? But I'm not betting the Raptors. I could tell you that right now. This is one where I do think that I can only look towards the dogs. So I'll keep an eye on Quickly and RJ Barrett. That's huge in this game. If they play, maybe the Raptors come out there happy and, you know what I'm saying, got a new sense of energy. But if they're out and they're playing with the same old Raptors team that just played last game, the Cavs will smack these guys by double digits. I'm telling you that right now, my guys. So keep an eye on Quickly and RJ Barrett. I'd still lean Cavs regardless, though. They have their system in place. They're coming off a loss. They're playing some good basketball right now. And I just think that they could come in there and lock the Raptors up. If you turn the Raptors into a half-court offensive team, the half-court offense is ass. And keep in mind, Siakam is on the move. Siakam does not want to play defense right now. He does not want to risk an injury. And it makes sense. If you're about to move to a different team, yeah, I'll go out here and ball on offense, give you 30, 40 points, but I'm not risking injury playing defense. So keep in mind, the Raptors are not done. They're finna do a fire sale. Gary Trent Jr. might be going, but Siakam for sure, not guaranteed, but he's going somewhere else, my guy. So that's in the back of his mind. That's in the back of the Raptors' mind. They might be about to do a full-on rebuild. Honestly, I don't think they should be laying points here. I'd lean towards the Cavs for me in that one. Let's go over to the streets of Houston here. Rockets laying 9.5 at the house. I'm not laying the points with the Rockets. I'm not. I know that the Pistons coming off their first win. They've actually covered 3 straight games. The Pistons have. It's 2 ways this could go. It's either the Pistons went out and partied like they just won the Super Bowl after finally winning the game, because they did have a couple of days off or whatever. You see what I'm saying? It's either a winning party after that game, or they're going to use that as a stepping stone and try to keep balling. Remember, I'm not really laying points with the Rockets right now. Even though they're at the house, they're regressing. Now, this is the 4th straight game at the house, and they have lost all 3 home games. So, you know what I'm saying? That's working well for the Rockets. Obviously, they could come out here and smack the Pistons up if they want to, but I know they're still without Dylan Brooks. I'm not sure about Jabari Smith Jr. I believe he's still questionable, but I'm not buying the Rocket stock right now. I think it's just all this shit is like stocks. You need to know when you need to know when to buy them. You need to know when to sell the stock as well. So right now, honestly, like if I'm playing Rockets games right now, I'm only looking towards to fade them. I think their stock is kind of going down after a super hot start. So not really sure what to do with this game. I know for a fact I'm not betting it. I'd like to watch it though to see if the Pistons finally found some. Are they trying to ball now, or are they finna go back to being ass and get another 10-game losing streak or something? So not nowhere near betting this game, but I know that I'm not laying 9 with the Rockets. That's just me personally. Let's go over to the streets of Milwaukee here. Really great game, guys. Really great game. Bucks laying 8.5 at the house versus the Indiana Pacers. Now we know that the Pacers, we know that these 2 teams got history. They got history. Giannis went for 64 last game. The Pacers, he said, I don't think they took the ball. I know they took the ball. I know they have the ball. That's what Giannis said. But I'll tell you this, man, the Bucks, I still feel like they're still riding a little too high. They've won 9 of their last 10 games. This team can ball, and the Pacers don't really have anybody can stop Giannis. That's the whole thing. Dame is probably still pissed at Hallie. And I can't believe Dame had a horrible game last time versus the Pacers, but they don't really have any answer for Giannis. But I also think that they don't have any that the Bucks don't have any answer for Halliburton in this one as well. So this one's all on the Pacers. If they can hit their threes, they could cover this spread. I'll tell you, like this 8.5 for the Bucks is a little too rich for my blood for a team that doesn't really play a whole lot of defense. So this is the game plan for the Bucks. Dame has to go crazy. Giannis has to get into the paint every single time. Other than that, nobody else is scared. The Pacers aren't scared of anybody else over there on their team. You see what I'm saying? But Giannis, he could fuck around, go for 60 again. He could literally drive to the paint every single time. But Halliburton could also go for 20 points and 20 assists once again. If Buddy Hield, Miles Turner, guys like that get to hitting threes, they're still without Bruce Brown. But this is a game that I lean towards the Pacers plus 8.5. But I don't feel that strong enough. This is one that they definitely need Bruce Brown. They need everybody in there. But even with this current roster, I still wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers came out there and shocked these boys and covered the plus 8.5. So because while Giannis was pissed from not getting the ball, he's still gonna be pissed in this game. The Pacers were pissed as well. Shit, their GM, they were saying that he had like a bruised rib or something. So both of these teams are going to take this game super serious, in my opinion. Total sitting at 260. Can't really look towards an under, but I also wouldn't be surprised if this was like a playoff type of game. Remember, Pacers had knocked the Bucks out at the out of the in-season tournament. Then the Bucks already got their revenge, though. They're still pissed at the Pacers and hate them, but they did already get their revenge from the last one. You see what I'm saying? Beat them 140 to 126. So this line is coming up to 8.5 from 7. Honestly, I don't agree with it. I think that the line was right, somewhere around 6.5, 7. Going up to 8.5, I don't like it. I think the Pacers are starting to get back into their rhythm. They've won 3 straight, covered 3 straight games. I can only look towards the Pacers plus an 8.5 here, but still can talk you off looking at Giannis props or Dame props. But other than that, I think the Pacers can hang with these boys, man. This could be a 4 or 5 point type of game, in my opinion, guys. Let's go over here to the streets of Phoenix here. Suns laying 11.5. The Suns are about to catch their stride, but I need them to catch their stride before I start laying these points with them. You see what happened last game? They were absolutely smacking. Who were they playing yesterday? They were absolutely smacking the Magic. Then before you know it, it's a tie game. Before you know it, Magic got a 96-95 lead. That never should happen. That just goes to show you that the Suns are going to have growing pains with Beal, Booker, and Durant, and they don't really play a ton of defense as well, guys. So they've won 3 straight. This is their 3rd straight home game. They don't have to. They're on the 3rd straight home game of a 6-game homestand. So the Suns are about to get hot. They don't have to travel anywhere. You see what I'm saying? And they playing some cupcakes. They got to. I kind of said this last week, the game starting with the Rockets, that the Suns might go on a 5 or 6 game win streak. They're definitely going to win this game. I don't know if I want to lay double digits with them versus a scrappy Blazers team. See what I'm saying? I believe Aiden and maybe Anthony Simons may still be out in this game. I would check that, to be honest, but I'd lean Suns, but I'm not getting there with laying 11.5 with my money. They should definitely win this game. They could possibly even cover it, but this isn't a spot where I want to lay 11.5. They don't play enough defense, in my opinion. But it is a revenge spot. They did just lose to the Blazers 109-104, so we know the Suns gonna be pissed here. Maybe they try to come out here and set the tone in the first quarter and first half, but I just know full game. What I saw yesterday is like, and they're on a back-to-back. I don't want to be laying double digits with them right now until they get things really figured out. But I'd slightly lean their way early, Suns early in this particular game. Let's go over to the streets of Denver here. Nuggets land 14.5 points at the house versus the Hornets. It's probably went up now because I just saw that rose. So damn, yeah, it's going up to 16 now. It's an astronomical number. It's going up to 15.5, 16 now, my guys, with Terry Rozier being downgraded. I'm telling you, Terry Rozier probably went out and partied a little bit last night, downgraded with an illness. He don't got no damn illness. He a little hungover, man. That's what that is, man. I'm telling you. I told y'all how the Hornets are, man. They don't care about playing basketball, man. They just really out there collecting checks now. They're gonna cover some games. They covered the last time versus the Denver Nuggets, but that was just a horrible spot for the Nuggets. Nuggets have won 9 of the last 10 versus the Charlotte Hornets, but only covered 5 of those games. The Hornets are on the long losing streak. I believe they've lost more than 10 games, but the last 10 games they've lost every single game. This is the 4th straight game on the road of a 6-game road trip as well for the Hornets. They have covered 3 out of the last 4, so when you have some of these teams that are getting these astronomical numbers, it's going to leave room for them to lose the game, but still cover the spread when they're getting 11, 13, 15.5 points. You see what I'm saying? So they even covered the last game versus Phoenix. They were getting 15.5. They lost by 14. That type of shit. You never know when that's going to happen, guys. So obviously Nuggets could come out here and absolutely smack them. They're coming off a bad loss versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. They lost that game by 26 points. This is their 4th straight home game. They do have the Warriors on deck, but that's a couple days later. I don't have much on this game. Maybe look at Nuggets team total over. And if Terry Rozier is out, maybe look at Hornets team total under there. So this is a game that I'm not super interested in. And I know that the Nuggets, they might not be super interested in as well. All they want to do is get the win. If you at home having a few drinks and you see you got the Hornets, you know what? Let me get one more drink because we got the Hornets tomorrow. We finna beat this team regardless. They might have that mindset. So nothing for me on this game. It's not saying there's not a good play in it. I don't have one. You see what I'm saying? Let's go over here to the streets of Utah in this one, guys. Jazz getting 4.5 at the house versus the Dallas Mavs in this one. Looks like Luka went through shoot around. Kyrie actually went through shoot around as well. The Mavs played really well versus the Jazz. It was a lot better when they had Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. Luka absolutely hates Rudy Gobert. I'll tell you that right now. They've won 8 of the last 10 meetings. They're also 7-3 against the spread in the last 10 meetings as well. Last time they played the Jazz, they smacked them by 50 points. It was 147-97. So the Jazz, they do play a lot better at the house. I'll tell you that right now. People that bet the Heat on Saturday found that out. You see what I'm saying? They beat them 117-109 at the house, even after coming back home off a 5-game road trip. That didn't matter. They came in there and smacked the Heat up. The Jazz have actually covered 5 straight games and 8 out of their last 10. So for whatever reason, Jazz low-key been balling, man. 7-3 straight up last 10 as well. We know that that's going to run out at some point, but also I can't bet. The Mavs are the much better team, but I can't bet on a team that just beat a team by 50. You see what I'm saying? That was December 6th. I know that the Jazz are going to remember it. Now, the Mavs are much better than them. If Kyrie and Luka are in, that's good for the Mavs. I don't even have a lean on this game. Mavs are the much better team. They should try to get this win while they can, but I also know that teams just seem to lose their superpowers when going into Utah. And it's a young, hungry team that plays hard, especially at the house. And when their threes are going down at home, that's when they get to beating these teams outright, my guys. So, and they have revenge coming off a 50-point loss versus the Mavs. So Mavs are the much better team. They've owned the Jazz, but they are on the road this time around as well. But last game of a 3-game road trip before they go back to the the house. So really tough game for me to figure out. I know that the Mavs probably didn't party. If you're in Utah, there's not a ton of shit to do in Utah. I don't even think there's many bars there, but it's a really tough game to figure out. I know for a fact I'm not betting. Whatever side you're betting here, best of luck, my guys. Last game up. Let's go over here to the streets of LA in this one. Clippers land 7.5 at the house versus the Heat. It's another tough game. Now we know that Jimmy Butler is out. He got injured in that game versus Utah. He fouled Colin Sexton really hard. And before you know it, Jimmy Butler's hurt once again, man. It was crazy. He didn't even go for the ball either. But regardless, Heat have beaten them 3 straight games. So you get a revenge spot for the Clippers. It's crazy. The last time they played them was actually January 2nd of 2023. So it's been 364 days since these teams have met. Clippers are obviously at the house. They're hot. This is their 4th straight home game. They do head out on a road trip after this game. So maybe the Clippers want to go ahead and get this win before heading out on a road trip. Clippers are a top-tier team. I'll tell you that right now. They're starting to find their groove. The Heat had found their groove. They had won 4 straight, covered 4 straight before they took the loss versus the Jazz. It's a tough game for me. The Clippers have the better overall team. I just don't know if I want to lay 7.5 with them straight up. Like if this game was 4.5, I need a haircut. I'd be going to get the Clippers. You see what I'm saying? They saying that Leonard might come back today. And the guys say dry ass Salt Lake. I can't fade Heat as dogs. It's a tough game for me. I'll tell you, it's a super tough slate. I'll tell you that right now. Now I'm finna get out of here. This is a super tough slate. You don't know who celebrated, who got drunk last night, and who's hungover. Remember, it's New Year. Last night was New Year's Eve. Like these guys are still human beings, guys. They're gonna, if you think you drink and went to party and shit and stay up until 12 and do the countdown and watch fireworks, what do you think they did? They have a game the next day, but they're still human beings, guys. So take it easy on today's card. I can't talk you off not betting anything today. There's a lot of unknowns. It's a tricky card. It's going to be like that for the next few days, guys. So always keep it real with you. I know that people come in here and they're betting and they're like they need money. And if you need money, there's plenty of work out there, guys. I wouldn't revert to betting on games as like, oh, I have to win, because just remember, you're still gambling, guys. It's not a guarantee that you're going to win. I'm on the Knicks in the first half +1 and on the full game +1.5, and they are not guaranteed, my guys. I want to let people know that because people get all mad at the loss. Oh, this killed me. So all right, guys. It's on you. It's whatever you're betting. Best of luck today. That's what I'm on. Knicks first half, full game. Nothing is guaranteed, my guys. It's all love. I'm trying to cash. I'd like to hit 100%, guys. It's not going to happen. I just like to keep it real with people, because even though we've been red hot, see what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna win every single play. It's just not gonna happen, guys. I'm finna cook up a little parlay. Gotta start sending out a parlay, because I guaranteed the golden members that I would send a parlay every single day. I kind of got a little lax on it, but I'm about to cook up a parlay. Send it to the golden members right now, guys. So if you like, hey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You can join the channel as well as a golden member. I'll send out a parlay every single day, my guys. I'm finna send out one right now, but I'm on the Knicks first half, full game. That's the only thing I'm liking today. Gonna start looking at tomorrow's card as well, my guys. It's all love. I hope everybody had a happy new year. Hope you guys stayed safe out there. Hope you have a great day as well. I hope you cash your bets, whatever you're betting. Let's get this cash. Join the channel as a member. It's all love, man. Go download the Action Network app right now, my guys. They got bowl picks over there. They got NFL picks. They're letting you know who needs to win in the last week in NFL, who doesn't care about the game. All type of info over there, articles, everything on the Action Network app is free. Go download it right now. We're trusting the instincts. We're noticing the patterns. Staying calculated, making calculated decisions. We won't have any regrets, my guys. Let's get this cash. Let's go.